Hi everyone, my name is Lisa and I currently live in Las Vegas. I completed the intensive program at A.I.S. back in January of this year, so about 3.5 months ago. Having been covert for most of my life, I didn't realize the daily struggles that I was putting myself through, both mentally and physically. And when I arrived at A.I.S., my eyes were just opened wide, and I knew that I was going to have to make some major changes. Making the transition from being a covert stutterer to a person who openly stutters has actually been pretty exciting. It's been a bit scary, but mostly exciting. When your first thought is no longer, well, how can I say this fluently? Or how can I respond to this person's question without stuttering? Your day-to-day life starts to change. I'm a much better listener now, and I actually hear what people are saying to me, and I'm able to process it. Instead of focusing on being fluent or passing as a fluent speaker, my only goal now is to just be a good and effective communicator. So advertising has been a new tool for me as well. If I'm in a particularly tough situation where I feel that telling the listener would be beneficial, then I just tell them, plain and simple. I've found it to be extremely helpful in my real estate business when I'm meeting new clients for the first time. This way they know what's going on right from the beginning, and they don't have to be confused when a stutter comes out. I had a pretty big moment a couple of weeks ago. I was visiting with my new primary care doctor, and he was in the middle of just asking me some general health questions, and he turned to me and he says, "Oh, and you have a stutter, right?" And I kind of just stared at him for a couple of seconds and then gave him this big smile, and then obviously told him yes. And it was like, not only was this proof that I was letting my stutter out enough to where somebody could pick up on it, but I was actually happy that he picked up on it. Prior to A.I.S., I would have walked into that office, I would have had my bag of tricks on my shoulder, and I would have been using every possible tool to pass as fluent and to not stutter. And if he somehow picked up on it still, I would have been devastated, and I would have been feeling embarrassed and sad and just awful. So this was a huge milestone for me, and I'm just so proud of how far I've already come in these past 3.5 months, and I can't wait to see what the coming months and the coming years bring. I'm just really very grateful to my A.I.S. family.